Greetings and welcome to the final exercise of the Department of Politics for the class of 2020. My name is John Owen. I'm chair of the Department of Politics at the University of Virginia. Like so many things in this strange time of a global pandemic, our ceremonies at UVA today are virtual. It's ironic that on this very occasion, 1 year ago, I told the class of 2019 and their families how much better it was in a digital era when so much of life is virtual to have a graduation ceremony in person where we are all physically present together. Students wear caps and gowns and stride across a stage to receive a physical diploma. Little did I know that a tiny coronavirus would punish me for saying that we would be forced this year to mark this occasion in this remote way, with all of you sitting not here on the lawn, but in your homes or elsewhere, and my faculty colleagues scattered across Charlottesville and beyond. We have missed you for the last 2 months, and we miss you today especially. And we do look forward to welcoming you, our graduates and families, to grounds for a proper celebration, either this coming fall or a year from now. But we can't wait until that time to mark this important and joyous occasion when we recognize our students who have been with us for years, whom we've gotten to know and hold in great affection for having earned their degrees. This video recording follows the downloadable program that we put together. So if you have that program, please feel free to follow along. My colleagues who direct various programs in the politics department, Philip Potter, Cyd Milk, Peter Faria, and Michael Smith, will all follow me and talk about our graduating students, those earning doctorates, those earning master's degrees, those earning bachelor's degrees, and what they've done here. And the video will end with a few remarks by our colleague Jennifer Lawless, who this August will succeed me as department chair. I'm not going to say much more, but I will say a word to the parents and other family members here who have afforded us the privilege of teaching your children, grandchildren, siblings, spouses, and so on. They are an extraordinary group. We hope that we've equipped them well for what comes next, for citizenship, for work, for family, for community. This university is special in that it was founded to prepare people to become citizens, that is, for self-government. And this department is special here on grounds for being the one most explicitly tied to that purpose. Since the founding of UVA, our society has changed what it means by citizenship, in particular by expanding the notion of who is eligible for self-government. But the fundamental task remains similar. The challenges to citizens and self-government in our time are profound. We hope that, in particular, living in a deeply divided society, in a deeply divided world, our graduates understand the vital realm of politics, of government, of civil society, of the uses and abuses of power, of the search for the common good, for order, for justice, for toleration within the search for truth, within this country, within other countries, and among countries. These are the things to which we on the faculty are devoting our careers as teachers and scholars, and we have been honored to pass on our knowledge to our remarkable students. So let me thank the families of our graduates for lending them to us for just a few years. And to you, our graduates, let me say just how very proud we are of you. You have finished college or graduate school, as the case may be. You have read that last article, written that last paper, taken that final, sat through that last lecture, raised your hand, or perhaps looked down at your notes, hoping that you wouldn't be called on in that last seminar. There are some things you've done here that we hope you'll continue to do after leaving. We hope that you keep reading difficult books, keep grappling with ideas, keep having those aha moments, keep conversing deeply with others about citizenship, the common good, power, justice. Keep remembering how to disagree without becoming enemies. We hope we've equipped you to continue to do these things after you leave the university, to be curious about the world and your place in it, to be lifelong learners, whether more schooling is in your future or not. Please enjoy the rest of this video, and please do come back to grounds and join us next academic year for the real celebration of the class of 2020. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Phil Potter, and I have the privilege of serving as the Director of Graduate Studies in the Department of Politics. This means I get a close-up view of how hard our graduate students work and everything that goes into earning one of these degrees. For that reason, graduation is always a favorite time of year for me. Completing a graduate degree is a long, arduous, and frankly sometimes thankless process, so it's always a great pleasure to celebrate at the finish line with our tremendous students. I'd like to congratulate all our MA and PhD graduates on their tremendous achievements. This year we have 7 PhD graduates and 4 at the master's level. Among the PhDs, I'd like to recognize Andrew Gates, whose dissertation is titled Reclaiming Rights, Subaltern Praxis and Counter-Hegemonic Strategy in the French and Canadian Social Movement Politics. Brittany Leach, Death Before Birth, Theorizing Pregnant Embodiment, Reproductive Autonomy, and the Politics of Abortion. Colonel Rafael Lopez, Innovating in War, Risk, Organizational Cost, and Successful Adoption. Danilo Biscotto Medeiros, Extremism and Polarization, How Income Inequality Affects Legislative Behavior in Brazil. Jeremiah Rosman, Socializing Militants, How States End Asymmetric Conflict with Non-State Opponents. Anthony Sparacino, The Democratic and Republican Governors Association and the Nationalization of American Politics. And Alexander Welch, Rise of the Tariff Man, Donald Trump's Conquest and Ideological Redefinition of the Republican Party. At the master's degree level, I'd like to recognize Jessica Hasper for Against Natality, Political Action and the Biopolitics of Medicalized Childbirth. Leah Malkovich has the rise of spoken word mass media transformed modern congressional speech. Matthew Friedrich, They Didn't Go in Those Houses, Katrina's X-Codes, Race, and the Practices of Memory. And Tyler Syke, Fundamental Rights and Institutionalism, Disharmonic Traditions in the American Founding. I'd also like to announce the Allison J. Malloy Award for Excellence in Teaching. This is a departmental honor that recognizes excellence in the classroom each year among our teaching assistants. And this year it goes to Chen Wang. Congratulations to all of you. I'm excited to see everything you're going to achieve moving forward, and please do come back to visit us in Charlottesville from time to time.
Greetings. I'm Cyd Milk, the Director of the Honors Politics Program, and it's my privilege to recognize the 6 students who are graduating with honors in politics. It's been a joy to work with these students during the past 2 years. I hold them in the highest esteem. I really hold them in awe. I was a pretty good student as an undergraduate, and I'm not unduly modest, but I have to confess I never could have accomplished what they've accomplished. Over the past 2 years, they've taken 4 tutorials in American politics, in international relations, in comparative politics, and in political theory. It's not an exaggeration to say that these 4 tutorials have a degree of difficulty that is expected of a PhD student at top-rated universities. In addition to these challenging seminars, the students have to complete an honors thesis, and they'll tell you that's the most nettlesome task of the program. For 2 years, they pursue a project that has to be more than a term paper. These theses must be an original piece of scholarship on an important political question. Having read these theses and gotten glowing evaluations from their thesis advisors, I can confirm that these honors politics students are graduating from the University of Virginia, not just with an impressive record of accomplishment, but as young scholars. Let me say finally that the talent and character of these exceptional students really shone through during the stressful and immensely challenging second half of their final semester in the program. This is the most difficult stretch of the 2-year program, And it is so under the best of circumstances. This is when the students have to combine challenging classwork and the completion of their theses. I think it's fair to say that no one among us has completed this academic year without missing a beat. But the honors politics students persevered with brilliant determination. I've always taken great pride in the students we mentor in this program, but I'm especially proud of these individuals, the 2020 Honors Politics programs. Let me read their names. Vilas Anavarupo, Caitlin Qualwasser, Jenny Lim, Emma Westerhoff, Jack Wilkins, and Eileen Ying. Eileen has had an especially honorific year. She was awarded a highly prestigious Rhodes Scholarship, and she's also been awarded the Stevenson Prize, the award for the best honors politics thesis. My warmest congratulations goes out to you all. You and your families and your friends should be very, very, very proud for what you've accomplished these past 2 years. I'm going to miss you, but you know, I look forward to seeing your stars rise. I know you have great futures ahead of you. Please take care of yourselves and keep in touch with me.
Hello, my name is Pete Faria, and I'm the director of the Politics Distinguished Majors Program, or DMP. The DMP is an intensive one-year program in which outstanding students work under close faculty supervision to write an original thesis on a government or foreign affairs topic of personal interest. The program is extremely demanding, and in some cases, students are still putting the finishing touches on their theses, even as I record this. On the positive side, we did at least have free Starbucks at our writing workshops, and I look forward to getting together one more time with all of those of you who are able to return for our in-person graduation next academic year. In the meantime, however, I'm delighted to announce the names and thesis titles of the Politics Distinguished Majors class of 2020. Vincent Arnold, Land of the Resurgent Sun, Japanese Security Policy in the Post-Cold War Era. Patrick Barada, From Investment to Consumption in Higher Income Economies, Implications for Economies in the Middle Income Trap. Max Castro Paredes, A New, More Hopeful Future, James A. Baker, and American Foreign Policy in Nicaragua. Arnold Dye, Healthcare Please, An Examination of the Effectiveness of the U.S. Affordable Care Act's Managed Competition Principles post-mandate repeal with regards to socioeconomic and geographic inequality. Olivia Grotenhuis, The 2008 Beijing Olympics and North Korean Human Rights, Crackdowns on North Korean refugees in China between 2002 and 2008. Jacob Libby, An Offer You Must Refuse, Understanding Foreign Exploitation of the U.S. Political Finance System. Will McLaughlin, Print Coverage of U.S. Presidential Scandals Across Media Markets and Time. Balthazar Marin, What Does a Gift Buy? The Art of Giving by China and the United States in Africa. Logan Petkosik, The Latin American Conservative Wave, A Profile of the Southern Cone Voter. Letty Rose, Association between Features of Emergency Mental Health Evaluations and Subsequent Civil Commitment Outcomes. And last but not least, Taylor Williams, A Sealed Fate for Conflict Settlement, The Relationship Between Civil War Grievances and Settlement Type in the Post-Cold War Era. Congratulations, one and all.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Michael Smith. I'm coming to you from the virtual lawn. I act as the Director of Undergraduate Programs here in the Politics Department, and I teach classes on human rights and international relations and on political and social thought. In my role as DUP, I help to coordinate our department's undergraduate course offerings, to coordinate faculty advising and activities aimed at undergraduates sponsored by the department. Now, in this, I'm obviously helped by all my colleagues in the department, and in particular, I would like to single out my predecessor in this role, Professor Alan Lynch, and our invaluable undergraduate assistant, Ms. Sharon Marsh. I'm sure that in your time here, all of you have seen and been helped by Ms. Marsh on several occasions, and we are enormously grateful to her for her work with you and for her care for all of our undergraduates to make certain that all the requirements are met and all the boxes are ticked that need to be ticked for you to get your degrees. Within the department, we all take pride in our scholarship as faculty members and in our teaching. But on this day, we are especially proud of you, our undergraduates. You have all completed at least 10 of rigorous classes in our department, ranging from courses on ancient and modern political theory, to the role of media in contemporary American politics, to international relations courses ranging from the use of force to human rights. In short, you've taken 10 rigorous classes and you've succeeded in them. You have learned the importance of learning facts, real facts, and applying these facts to construct persuasive analyses of issues and possible solutions to these issues. When we study politics, we study the ways we can build a common life together, and that a life that's based on conceptions of justice and rights. You have all engaged seriously in this study through the classes you've taken, through the discussions you've had with your peers and professors, and in the many extracurricular activities that you've all engaged in. We're enormously proud of our undergraduates in the politics department, of their engagement with the wider community, both in the university and in the wider world. And we take great pride in the seriousness with which you pursue all your work. On this day, and we hope in person either in October or next May, we also take the time to acknowledge and honor your achievements and to give thanks, perhaps more importantly, to your parents and to your extended families who have all made it possible for you to come and study here. Now, an important way to express that gratitude is for all of us to take seriously our responsibilities as citizens and as graduates of this great university to make the most of our education in our lives and in our careers. As a scholar of human rights, I often have occasion to cite our foundational document, the Universal Declaration on Human Rights. It begins its Article 1 thus, quote, "All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights." This is a principle, obviously, that is more than ever deserves our constant attention. But later on in the document, the UDHR also makes this rather interesting assertion. Quote, "Everyone has duties to the community in which alone the free and full development of his or her personality is possible." So not only do we have rights as individuals and as citizens, but we have duties to our community in ways that will help us to live better together. Now, at this point, normally, we would begin by calling out your names, and you would all start to proceed up to the platform to receive your diplomas. We won't do that today, but we'll hope to do it either next October or next May. Instead, I'll end my brief remarks by congratulating you once again on receiving your degree, and by urging not only you, but all of us to respect and pursue our rights and to fulfill our duties as graduates, as citizens, and above all, as humans. Thanks very much, and I now pass it on to our incoming chair, Professor Jennifer Lawless. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Lawless. I'm the incoming chair for the Department of Politics, and I just want to extend you a heartfelt congratulations on graduating. We know that this semester has not been easy, but you persevered, and amid a crazy range of obstacles, you managed to succeed and overcome all of them. That bodes incredibly well for the future. I'd also like to thank Sharon Marsh, Sue Sherrill, and Meredith Smoot, all of whom were instrumental in making this semester a success. And I very much look forward to welcoming you back to grounds either in October of 2020 or May of 2021 to celebrate your graduation in person. Again, congratulations.